Have you ever felt like your mind is a room with too many things inside? You have success, you have knowledge, and you have goals, but for some reason, you feel heavy, tired, and restless. This is the story of a man who had everything but lacked the one thing that truly mattered: peace. If you want to find out how to clear your mind and finally find the light you have been searching for, listen closely to this story until the very end. Once upon a time, in a busy city filled with noise and stress, there lived a young man named Leo. By the world's standards, Leo was a very successful man. He had a prestigious, high-paying job that many people envied. His shelves were lined with hundreds of books that he had read from cover to cover. In his circle of friends and colleagues, he was known as the smartest person in the room. Whenever there was a problem, people went to Leo because his mind was like a library of facts and theories. But despite all this outward success, Leo was not a happy man. Even in the middle of a quiet room, his mind was screaming with noise. It was like a room crowded with too many pieces of furniture, where there was no space left to walk or breathe. When he was at work, he was thinking about his next big goal. When he was at home, he was thinking about his past mistakes. When he was with friends, he was busy forming many opinions about the world and how it should work. He was always full. This fullness made him feel heavy, like he was carrying a backpack filled with stones. He was tired, and no matter how much he slept, his soul remained restless. One day, while searching for a cure for his inner noise, Leo heard about a wise old teacher. This teacher did not live in the city. He lived in a quiet, humble temple far away, hidden deep within a green forest. People whispered that the teacher did not use many words, but just being near him could make a person feel light, calm, and peaceful. Leo decided he had to go. He thought to himself, "I have gathered so much knowledge, I have read all the books, yet I still do not have peace. Perhaps this teacher has the final piece of information I am missing. Maybe he has a secret theory that will finally complete my mind." Leo packed his things and began the long journey. He traveled through crowded trains, dusty roads, and finally, the narrow, winding paths of the forest. After days of traveling, he reached the gates of the temple. The air there was different. It smelled of pine and damp earth, and the only sound was the soft rustle of leaves. He found the teacher sitting quietly on a wooden porch, watching the wind move the leaves of a tall tree. The teacher looked simple and ancient. Like a part of the forest itself, before the teacher could even stand up or say hello, Leo began to talk. He wanted to make a good impression. He wanted the teacher to know that he was not an ordinary student. Leo talked about his university degrees, the famous authors he had studied, and his own complex theories on how the human mind should work to achieve happiness. He spoke for a long time, his voice filling the quiet temple grounds. He was showing off his full cup of knowledge, hoping the teacher would be impressed. The teacher did not interrupt. He listened with a calm, gentle smile, his eyes fixed on Leo. When Leo finally stopped to take a breath, his throat feeling dry from so much talking, the teacher said softly, "You look tired from your long journey, my friend. Let us sit and have some tea together." They sat across from each other on the wooden floor. The teacher placed a small, simple ceramic cup in front of Leo. Then, the teacher picked up a heavy iron teapot and began to pour the steaming tea. The tea flowed smoothly into the cup. Soon, the cup was half full. Leo waited for the teacher to stop, but the tea kept flowing. Soon, the tea reached the very top, the brim of the cup. But to Leo's shock, the teacher did not stop pouring. The tea began to spill over. It ran down the sides of the ceramic cup and onto the wooden table, splashing onto Leo's lap. "Wait!" Leo cried out, jumping back in confusion. "The cup is full. No more can go in. Why are you still pouring when there is no more room?" The teacher stopped pouring and set the teapot down. He looked at Leo with eyes that were full of kindness and a deep, quiet power. "Like this cup," the teacher said gently, "your mind is already full. It is full of your own ideas, your own pride, your own degrees, and your own noise. You came here asking for the way to peace, but tell me, how can I show you the way if there is no space left in your mind to receive it? Leo sat in total silence. The splashing of the tea on the floor was the only sound. For the first time in his life, the smartest man in the room had nothing to say. He finally understood the problem. He had spent his whole life trying to add more and more books, more money, more opinions, more facts. He thought that more was the answer to everything. But what he really needed was the opposite. He needed to let go. He needed to empty his mind so that new wisdom and real peace could enter. He realized that true learning does not begin when you know everything. It begins only when you are humble enough to admit that you do not know anything at all. In that moment, a strange thing happened. The heavy feeling that had lived in Leo's heart for years began to disappear. He felt a wave of lightness wash over him. He didn't need a new book or a new theory. He needed a clean room inside his heart. He bowed his head deeply to the teacher. He decided to stay at the temple for a while, not to talk, not to show off, and not to teach, but to finally, for the first time, listen. Just like Leo, many of us carry a full cup every single day. We are so busy with our own worries, our own plans for the future, and our constant opinions about everyone else that we miss the beauty of the present moment. We want to grow, we want to learn, and we want to find that deep, quiet peace, but we forget the first step. You must first be willing to empty your cup. You must let go of the old to make room for the new. Only an empty mind can truly see the world as it is. If you are watching this and you feel like your cup is too full, take a deep breath. It is okay to not have all the answers. It is okay to let go of the need to be the smartest person. Peace is not something you find by adding. It is something you find by subtracting. Did this story help you realize something about your own life? Have you ever felt like Leo, carrying a mind that is too full to breathe? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single comment, and your words might be the inspiration someone else needs today. If you found value in this lesson, please give this video a like and share it with a friend who might be feeling stressed or overwhelmed. And if you want to continue this journey of wisdom with us, and improve your English language skills one story at a time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Wisdom Path Tale. We bring you stories that heal the heart and clear the mind every week. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Stay peaceful, stay humble, and keep learning.